Welcome back. Turn off my AC because it's annoying to edit. I do this quickly. Let me move you. Alright, so here's the plan. I have my iPad right here. So I already went through yesterday, day before, and like walked around with my iPad like I mentioned in another video. I updated our list of what we had gone through, what's left in the fridge, everything like that. We just got back from camping, so our fridge is like empty. I don't have any fruit except for a box of dates, some lemons, some questionable limes, 2 carrot sticks. None of it makes sense altogether. For the next 2.5 weeks, my husband's leaving again. So I need to be strategic and graceful with myself while I do this grocery shop, knowing that I will not want to cook very much while he's gone. Okay, so I already went through, I wrote down like things I know we could have based on the items we already have in stock. And then I have 2 meat options, so I'll go through and use those. So we have ground turkey, and we have a pack of if you have Costco, there's the Parmesan cracked black pepper sausages, turkey, chicken sausage, chicken. I need to go through my cookbooks and write down some meal options that we have hardly anything, so I really just need to buy almost everything for every recipe. And then do a few restocks. Outside of our general meals, the things that I like to keep in stock no matter what. Someone requested this. So in my freezer, I like to keep one burger type meal. So I will pre-make the patties and I will flash freeze them, and then I just pop them all into a bag after they're flash frozen, and that's done. I'll also make buns. Not everybody makes their own buns, I just do. So I'll make a whole bunch of sourdough discard burger buns and I'll freeze those. So then when it comes time for that meal, I just have to throw the patties on a pan, cut up the vegetables, and then we usually have cold veggies with it, or I'll keep sweet potato fries in my freezer, and then we'll have it with those. So I usually always have those condiments: lettuce, tomato, red onion, stuff like that. I usually always have those things on hand. So that's a quick meal that I like to just have done. I also almost always have a spaghetti sauce in my freezer. A lot of people will buy the kind in jars to go in their, what's that thing called? The pantry. I prefer to just make a huge batch of marinara. What am I trying to say? I put meat and mushrooms and other stuff in mine, and then I'll put in a mason jar and I'll freeze that. So then I have a super fast spaghetti night option in my freezer. So I do have that one in my freezer right now. We don't have any burgers anymore because we ate them all. So I'll probably double if not triple the sweet and sour burger recipe that I'll make, so then I can flash freeze those for another day. What else do I keep in my, I always keep pancakes in my freezer. So I use my fresh milled flour for those, and I will batch make a ton of them, and then I'll freeze 3/4 of them probably, and then we just pop them out, put them on the toaster, and then breakfast is done. I also freeze muffins. Muffins are more of our snack. Sorry, I'm going to do all of these really fast, but I'm on a time crunch today. Sorry. For snacks, I make these sourdough chocolate muffin things, and I will make a lot of those and freeze those. So those are usually always in our freezer. I also usually do a lemon strawberry muffin as well, which I'm gonna do this week because strawberries are slowly going out of season. I'll freeze them, and then to reheat muffins, I like to pop them. Well, I dehydrate. I thaw them in my fridge for overnight or 24 hours, whatever. And then I pop them in the microwave 30 seconds if you're doing a normal size muffin. And then I put them in my air fryer at 375 degrees for 2 to 3 minutes, depending on the muffin. And that gives it the straight out of the oven, crispy, not crispy, just like the oven top, you know, and not like the, I don't know, they get like weird when they go in the fridge and stuff. So that's what I do with our muffins. So that's a snack that's always prepped. So we have dinners that are always prepped, or half prepped at least. Breakfast that's always prepped. I usually have like a breakfast sausage as well, to do with the pancakes, just to up the protein even more. And then we usually always have smoothie stuff as well, because I'll do like protein smoothies. So one hack with this smoothies is if you make a giant batch of smoothie, blend it all together, and then pour the blended smoothie into giant freezer cubes. Put them in your freezer, freeze them, pop them out, put them in a bag, just so they're easier to store instead of that like freezer cube thing. And then when you want them later, or like a really fast morning, you pop the cubes into like a small blender bottle, and then just put like a little bit of liquid, whether that's, for us, I would use oat milk or water or coconut water, and I re-blend it, and then your smoothie is done. Because really you're just like breaking it up a little bit, but then you don't have to like go find all the things and measure it and all this stuff. It's just done. So there's one hack, because you can't really put smoothies in the fridge because they separate and they get really gross. But if you freeze it, it won't separate like that. It'll just freeze all together. So that's another hack to make mornings way faster. I really love Trader Joe's meals because they have a lot less ish in them. My favorite ones are the cauliflower gnocchi, because I put pesto with that, and I do Costco pesto, and I freeze that individually and just pop a cube into when I make that. The chicken fried rice, that one's a solid one. I put more eggs in that when I make it. I'll throw some extra peas sometimes and carrots, the frozen bags, and I usually keep those kind of veggies on hand in my freezer all the time. We really like the barbecue chicken and the kung pao. Kung pao can get a little spicy for my toddler. She does like spice, but I just have to pull out like the actual chili pepper so it doesn't cook too long in it. And we like the gyoza from there. Sometimes that's just like our protein source, and we'll just have like that with like veggies and other stuff. Or sometimes I'll do the fried rice with the gyoza, like a couple pieces of it, and that'll be our dinner. Gnocchi usually I'll put with the Costco sausages, and that's a super easy dinner. Usually I'll cook like peppers and a little bit of onion first, and then I'll throw in the gnocchi, and then I'll throw in the pesto frozen cube thing, let that cook / thaw, take that out, throw in the sausages, or if you want to get like do more dishes, you do it in 2 separate pans, or do the sausages very first. I cut those up, get those like browned, and then dinner is done with that. And I always have a block of Parmesan in my fridge because I like to make life harder for myself, but at the same time it's so much more delicious. So I always just have it, and it lasts forever. All it takes is like a little elbow grease, you know, just do it over the plate. Those are the things that I like to keep in my freezer. I can't think of any. Oh, I always keep cookie dough in my freezer. Always. Because I am the person that almost every single night I am making at least 2 cookies. And I don't like pre-making cookies. So it's cookie dough is like balled. I even like flaky salt it. And I flash freeze those, then put those in the bag. And then like every night, oven gets put on at, my husband just got home, 350, 2 of those in, 14 minutes baking, 14 minutes on the pan, just like finish baking out of the oven, and then it's done. Yeah, I think that's everything there. And then for my pantry, I always keep mac and cheese, like a cleaner brand type mac and cheese. A hack with that is if you get the white shell one, if you mix in some Greek yogurt, so less in the butter, less in the liquid, use 1/3 cup or 1/4 cup of plain Greek yogurt in there. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's just delicious. Try that if you haven't, and it ups the protein like by quite a lot depending on how much you use. I did not see that anywhere. Just one time I didn't have like butter or something, and it's so good. Oh, and then I always have bagels prepped. Like once a week I make bagels, or once every other week, and they always stay in the fridge. You want to say hi to my video?
Hello,
just wondering.
So you're the cutest person in the world.
Okay, so I just checked my pantry, and the few staples I always have on hand are rice, noodles of some sort, but then I usually like to have like a pre-made sauce of sorts. So these are just the Trader Joe's one. This one is the yellow curry, Thai yellow curry, and this one is the red curry. So these are easy to throw with like a veggie like chickpea curry, or which is on our list to do, or doing like a fish curry or like chicken curry. So those are super fast, make life a little bit easier type situation. And then oats, just like all the main grains. And then I always like to keep protein powder on hand because that I can throw into, I throw that into oatmeal, I throw that into smoothies, obviously. Sometimes I'll throw it into things that I'm baking, and just makes it so I can balance our meals just a little bit better. So yeah, those are the main things that I keep in our freezer to like keep it stocked for quick, easy meals when I need them. And it makes like the week a little bit easier. So usually I only plan like 3 big cook meals, and the other ones are just these fast little, can be done in like 30-ish minutes. Not really any actual cooking, it's more just prep. And then for the fridge staples, we always have peppers, tomatoes, and cucumbers so that I can always have a quick green veggie. Well, not green, they're different colors. Then we can always just have cold veggies on hand so that I can have the fast vegetable option as well to feed Tiny and obviously my husband, myself, whatever. Hopefully that helps. I need to restock and do a lot of these things to fill up my freezer again before this one leaves, or before I get too tired next week and don't want to do as much. It's pretty easy to figure out meals that do well in the freezer versus don't. Usually I will look at a meal, and ChatGPT is your friend. Just ask it if it's a freezer friendly meal or how to make it freezer friendly, and then just double your cooking and freeze half of it. So then it's easier next time, either like half made or just like you have to do 1 or 2 things to it and then it can just be done. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful. Most of mine are like not crock pot or anything meals because I just haven't gotten to that level in life. I just use a pantry freezer method. So yeah, let me know if this video was helpful, and if you like need help with any other kitchen type things for essentially single parenting, because it makes life a bit easier. Plus Logan, my husband, loves like the fast stuff. If like I ask him to cook, then I can just say there's that, just put them in a pan, take the buns out of the freezer, cut some tomatoes, and dinner's done. Throw some fries in the air fryer. It's all done. So it makes everything way easier for everybody. And it really doesn't take that much extra work because you're doing all the work in the first place anyways. So yeah, let me know if that was helpful, and thanks for coming to hang out with me for a little bit this week, and I hope you guys had a good rest of your last week and Labor Day if you're watching this video like currently. Hopefully you had like a barbecue or something. So yeah, I also think Tiny is awake now, so I need to go check and see if she's up and at 'em, and I need to finish my grocery list because we need to go grocery shopping. So I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.